Protecting these modern batteries from short-range attacks, these two systems are highly coveted by Brazil, which sees in them an opportunity to strengthen its air defense and increase its autonomy and independence on the international stage. Brazil has expressed interest in acquiring the system since 2015 when then Defense Minister James Wagner visited Russia and became familiar with the equipment. Since then, Brazil and Russia have engaged in ongoing conversations and negotiations regarding the possible acquisition of these systems. Russia, in turn, has shown interest in selling systems to Brazil, offering favorable and even very advantageous conditions. Russia stands as one of Brazil's main strategic trading partners, being part of the BRICS group, which brings together the world's 5 largest emerging economies. Russia also finds support from Brazil in international matters, such as its plea for a permanent seat on the UN Security Council and participation in the space program. Additionally, Russia is one of Brazil's main customers for natural resources like wood, bauxite, other metals, and oil. Brazil, in turn, purchases many goods from Russia, being one of its 4th largest current trading partners. Furthermore, Russia has offered Brazil the possibility of technology transfer and cooperation in joint defense projects. An example of this is the Russian-Brazilian anti-aircraft missile that could be developed by the Russian company Rosaboronexportnet and the Brazilian company Vibra with the support of both governments. This missile would be an adapted version of the Russian S-6 missile with a range of 6 kilometers and a speed of 600 meters per second, intended to equip Brazil's low-altitude defense system, such as the Astros and the Pantsir S1. Unfortunately, these missiles will no longer be manufactured. The partnership between Brazil and Russia in the defense sector has intensified during the Jair Bolsonaro government, which took power in 2019. Bolsonaro, an admirer of President Vladimir Putin, made an official visit to Russia in 2020, where he met with the Russian leader to discuss various mutual interests, including the purchase of the S-400 system. During that time, Russia made a new offer to Brazil, proposing a package of 12 S-400 batteries and 36 Pantsir S1 batteries for a value of $7 billion with financing for up to 10 years. Additionally, Putin offered Brazil the possibility of producing some components of the defense system within the country, generating employment and income for the national industry. One of these components would be the missile launched by the Pantsir S1 and the 30mm caliber ammunition for the cannons. However, this decision didn't sit well with the United States, Brazil's principal ally and partner in the Western Hemisphere. The US opposes the sale of Russian weapons to any country, especially to those considered their friends and allies. The United States fears that the purchase of Russian weapons could compromise the security and interoperability of American military equipment and that of their partners in NATO, the principal military alliance in the Western world. The United States also fears that the purchase of Russian arms could strengthen Putin's presence in Latin America and other emerging countries with lower incomes, considering his significant international influence. Therefore, the United States did everything to prevent Brazil from purchasing the S-400 and Pantsir from Russia as soon as they learned of Russia's offer. They immediately sent a message to Brazil, warning of the negative consequences this purchase could bring. Unfortunately, we don't exactly know what the American President Joe Biden said to Brazil recently, but I believe it was a very serious and threatening message, mentioning that Brazil should forget about the purchase of the Russian batteries or face economic and political sanctions from the Americans. This message was enough to make Brazil step back and abandon the purchase of the S-400 and Pantsir. A recent Russian newspaper disclosed that Vladimir Putin attempted to contact President Lula to make a new offer regarding the Pantsir batteries. Brazil, highly dependent on the United States for its trade, development, and security, didn't want to risk a diplomatic crisis and retaliation from its major ally. They preferred to maintain a good relationship with the countries while sacrificing an opportunity that, although not the only one, would have been a great chance to improve its air defense and autonomy. Folks, we missed an opportunity to acquire 2 impressive air defense battery systems. But now, I'm going to ask you, do you think Brazil did the right thing? Do you think Brazil made a mistake? What do you think Brazil should have done? Comment below, let's discuss this here in the comments. Thank you so much for watching until here, I truly appreciate your presence, and a big hug.